This is a shifting challenge for you advanced players that want to work on your accuracy with octaves. As you get into virtuosic pieces and cello concertos, you are going to be playing up high, across the strings, in all sorts of wacky locations, and this exercise is really going to help you to learn the layout of your fingerboard. Also, it is going to give you that supportive left arm. That is crucial for doing shifts uninterrupted and without encountering the cello shoulder. If your elbow is too low, that shoulder is going to block you and you're going to have to micro adjust to get around rather than having a smooth, consistent path up the fingerboard. So for this video, I am going to lay out the rules of this exercise and demonstrate it for you a couple times. So here is your two-part formula to play this exercise with any major scale. Number one, you are going to be using 2 fingers in your hand shape. For this variation, we are going to focus on fingers 1 and 2. Now, when you are learning this exercise, I would recommend starting with an easier scale so you can get the hang of the pattern. So I will be choosing D major for this video. I would start by playing your scale with only fingers 1 and 2. So I'm starting on D, E, F sharp, G. I've reached my open string note, so that tells me to go on to the G string. I finished my hand shape. I'm on second finger, D. Gotta move on. The same is happening with the A right here. And now we cruise up the A string. Until we get to that third octave. Those fingers are going to be your anchor. Now, if you're using a scale that has a lot of sharps, it's whenever you go just beyond that open string note in that 4th position spot on the base of your neck. So if I was doing D sharp major or E flat, I came to the G, but I gotta finish my shape. So once you finish the hand shape, then you can move on. I finished the shape and I am past the open string note. I hope that helps. Feel free to ask questions in the comments about that second step. So now we're going to add in the octave shift. You are going to keep playing those anchor notes, and in between, we are going to add some octave shifts. So we're starting on our D and we're going up to the octave, 2 on the E, and you slide back to your bass. So we return to those bass notes. We start there and come back there. Going on to F sharp, we have to G, I gotta move on. I reach the open string note to B, C sharp, to D. Oh, I didn't like that. One more time. It's always good to repeat what you're not super happy with. On to E, G, to A, to B, and then C sharp. Now we're going up. Let's keep going. F sharp, G, A. Let's do that again. B, C sharp. One more time. Now to come down, we do it all in reverse. So we're at our D, we're gonna go to C sharp, and you shift up here. So up here, we're gonna go to 2, to our B. So we went from C sharp to B, 2, 1 to the A, G, F sharp, D string. If it helps, you have a harmonic. G, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A. Let's do that again. I don't practice talking and playing much. G, F sharp, E, D. So again, my dolls, whenever in doubt, for this variation, remember the pattern is 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 1 to 1, 2 to 2. And then really getting that bass scale established with the 1-2 pattern. So I will say, there's no sheet music for this video, and I know it is going to require a lot of brain power. The very first time I learned this, I felt like scrambled eggs up in here because it was a lot of figuring out. Just stick true to the formula. It will work, again, with any major scale. And I found that there was a lot of work initially, but once I figured it out, I could apply it. And I think it's really good to do that, to balance being fluent in sheet music, but also taking patterns and ideas and applying them away from the music stand, not being totally dependent on sheet music. And I would encourage you to do this without a metronome at first. Going slowly, sliding with ease between the notes, and then as you get better, you can do those shifts to a click. But again, intonation has to be your top priority, so doing it slowly, really listening, and not worrying about making a click, that's really going to help you to do this effectively. Once you get comfortable with using a metronome, I would start at 60 beats per minute for your click, and then increasing it by 10 every week or every 7 practice sessions. If you don't have a digital metronome, you should be able to do every 20 clicks for every 2 weeks. All right, my dolls, Chelly and I are gonna do this one more time with no verbal cues, so you can really observe. You can grab your cello and play along if you want to, but just a chance to see this one more time, more fluid, and no verbal interruptions. using different finger combinations. If you want a part 2, maybe part 3, let me know in the comments. I think this is an incredible exercise for advanced players. This is part of my daily warm-up routine. I do this every single time I practice. It's just a great way to warm up the ears, get that arm nice and high and supportive for the rest of the day when you're practicing shifts. So there are a lot of benefits to it. And if you give it a try, please let Shelly and I know how it goes in the comments. I hope you all enjoyed this video and that it presents a fun challenge for you to add to your warm-up routine. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already to show your support for this free cello content and tips. If you want to go above and beyond, I am on Patreon, so you can check that out in the description for exclusive Cello Doll content. Thank you all again, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy practicing!